was time for the media to discuss Graham's legacy for like a couple of minutes.
You know, this is so tough for you and for so many there on Capitol Hill because it really was so sudden. No one was expecting this. And we have to turn to the crude numbers of it all, right?
Todd Blanche's path to getting confirmed as Attorney General just got a whole lot more complicated.
So unfortunately, your majority now down to 52.
Mitch McConnell's continued absence now leaving Republicans with just 51 senators.
If Collins votes against, you're down to 50. The vice president breaks the tie. But what if it's Collins and Murkowski?
Republicans were already struggling with the numbers. Add in Lindsey Graham now being off the table.
I'm sorry, off the table? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have a winner for worst dying euphemism yet. Off the table. Where's Old Yeller? Oh, don't worry, Timmy, we just had to take him off the table. Although I guess the numbers have been pretty tight in the Congress for a while now. I wonder why that is.
The current Congress is the third oldest in U.S. history, with the average age of senators nearly 64.
131 out of the 530. Members of Congress are 70 or older.
Graham is the sixth member of Congress to die this term.
What the This term? He's the sixth member of Congress to die this term. 6. If this were any other business, they'd shut it down to figure out what the is going on. 6 of them have died. Gas leak, serial killer, 6 of them are dead. My God, those are Petco gerbil numbers. What, do they just come into Congress every morning with a shovel? What the is going on down there? It's not like the job is dangerous. They're just sitting there. They're not filming Deadliest Catch. Oh, come on! No way he's in that show. Wow, he really is healthy. And not to put too fine a point on it, but the last person to speak to Graham is our 80-year-old president. The governor who chooses Graham's replacement is 79. One of the candidates being considered is 78, but he backed out because he's too important at his current job in the House of Representatives, all to save the Todd Blanche hearings, which are being co-run by 92-year-old Chuck Grassley and whippersnapper Dick Durbin, 81. The entire Congress is falling apart due to a lack of not just political will, but bone density.
83-year-old Florida Democratic Congresswoman Frederica Wilson recovering from an eye surgery.
89-year-old Chuck Grassley getting hip replacement.
Senator Patrick Leahy, a broken hip.
Nancy Pelosi, hip replacement surgery.
Steny Hoyer is in the hospital with pneumonia.
Eleanor Holmes Norton is in the early stages of dementia.
Dwight Evans, who's 71, had a stroke.
Bernie Sanders is sidelined by a heart attack.
Congresswoman Kay Granger lived in an assisted living facility for dementia patients while still serving in Congress and drawing a congressional paycheck.
And all of those, by the way, are the ones who were still on the table. The whole place is a Sky Rizzy commercial. Free samples. Get some free samples, Sky Rizzy. Look, I'm no prize. I get that people age differently. Why are we tolerating this level of national frailty in our lawmaking? And it's not just anti-old people. It's not disrespect to ask this question. In Japan, they revere the elderly. But the one thing they don't do is put them in charge of everything. What's the for argument here?
Well, age is a relative thing, as we all know. His experience is an advantage to us and not to be described as a disadvantage.
Oh, experience, that's right. This is actually the most experienced Congress we've ever had. How's that working out?
The most unproductive Congress in the first year of a president in history.
Potentially the least productive in modern history.
Fewest laws passed since at least the 1950s.
As our government has gotten older, the economy has gotten worse. Inequality more severe. Our safety net shredded. The irony is that this long past retirement age government has policies that force everyone else to have to work long past retirement age. Mostly, though, without a health care plan that covers a mysterious month in the hospital. Because we don't have a system that rewards experience and competence and performance. We have a system that rewards incumbency. These people aren't brilliant. They're f***ing barnacles. Utterly incapable of addressing a world moving much faster than the speed of Matlock. Why does it matter? Here's the co-chair of the House Army Caucus, co-chair, Congressman John Carter of Texas, explaining why it's imperative to remediate our outdated defense systems.
Another issue that's very important, the department has historically relied on outdated production techniques of energetic manufacturing, which may have remained unchanged since the Second World War.
Since the Civil War, since the Second World, wait, the blur in my mind, having been at both.
How is the department ensuring that investment in next generation energetics manufacturing, such as AI, machine learning capabilities, and enabling and assurance of quality assurance?
I take no pleasure in this. But this is not right. The stakes are too high. There's no way that dude even knows how to put his phone on silent. How can our government make better use of the chat kaput? You got, I'm working on the government, gonna get that chat kaput. If I can get a chat kaput to put in the government, we're gonna get a government to put in the chat kaput. Get an insurance and an assurance. In the Civil War, the chat kaput. I do not think the people deciding rules about the most advanced technology on Earth should look like they're steam-powered. I'll get a shot you can put, no. Get some more coal up the ass and get me going again, come on. Come on now, shovel that shit right up my ass. Everyone understands you cannot have the country ruled by people this old and frail. Everyone except them.
Senator Mitch McConnell said over the weekend, I'm not taking a break from the Senate business that matters to you. I still have unfinished business to complete on your behalf, and I have every intention of finishing the job you elected me to do.
Don't! Don't finish it, we're fine. You don't have to finish the job. And by the way, I am going nowhere because I have unfinished business, literally is what a ghost would say. That is what a ghost would say. I'm not leaving. I have unfinished. You cannot banish me. My soul has unfinished business. I must curtail your access to food stamps. Food. And again, I am in no way suggesting that old people cannot be productive at their jobs. But at the highest levels of our government, there is no check on when they are no longer capable of doing just that. But their power remains. Advanced age is just one more way in which our government is at a remove from the needs of the people they purport to serve. And they have too much power to be this disconnected. If only there was somebody in the government who understood that.
We need a Democratic Party that opens its doors to new people, new energy, and new ideas.
That kid gets it.